Hi, welcome to our coding and robotic class. We are working on Intro to Gaming Part 2, and today would be either September 8th or September 9th if you're watching this video. So first up, let's get to our content for today. So normally you're going to scroll down and find the appropriate day and click the link. Because I'm recording this early, I'm going to go through module view. Remember that module view is a way that you can get to all of our assignments and presentations and lesson plans and every component that you want. Once we cover it, it'll be posted to our module view. So we're going to look at our games overview part 2. And here I can get access to my slides for today. And we're going to put this into a presentation mode. With our brain activators. So if you are my odd period, this is your brain activator. You can go ahead and press pause. If you are my even period, this is your brain activator. You can go ahead and press pause. Now, returning back to our odd period course, let's look at our first brain activator. So it look like I have a bunch of letters. A lot of times with these activators, we'll have words within words or subsets of words within words. So if I look closely at this, I can see I have the word when, W-H-E-N, inside the word Rome, R-O-M-E. And the term for this is when in Rome. And this is a saying for doing the customs or activities of the location where you're at. So when in Rome, if you're in South Texas, might mean wearing cowboy boots and a cowboy hat and eating tortillas or fajitas. When in Rome, if you're in Italy, maybe seeing the sights or eating pasta or pizza. So when in Rome just means kind of doing those customs and traditions of the place where you're at. Looking at this second one, it's a capital P and the word punishment. So the term here is capital punishment. And that's another term for the death penalty. And this one here is the word stone, and we can see it's kind of wrapped up on its side, but it's also in the corner of this box. This is a cornerstone, and we use cornerstones in building as a way to help transfer those loads that we're getting from the roof and other parts of the structure. A lot of times you'll have something called a cornerstone for something that's really important. Looking at our even day answers, we've got the word eggs. It's above or over something, and then we've got some E's at the bottom. We can see that these E's are separated a little bit. So I see I have some E's here and an E here. So eggs over E's, E. E's E becomes easy, EASY, or eggs over easy, which is another way of saying that your eggs still have some run in the yolk. Our middle one here, we have a colon and then the word Powell, and this is a person, Colin Powell. He was a Secretary of State under President George W. Bush. He was a 4-star general and was the first African American ever to be Secretary of State of the United States. And our last one here, maybe you can make out the word witted, and half of it is gone. So this term is half-witted. This is actually a derogatory word or an insult for somebody that is considered not to be very bright. And the thought here is somebody's only using half their brain or they're half-witted. So again, today we are looking at our Intro to Gaming Part 2. Very, very soon we're going to start the coding aspect of learning how to create online animations, but we still have a little bit of introductory work to do. Our warm-up for today is a chat-based activity where you're answering these two questions, or one of the two questions, or both of the questions. What makes an addicting game, and what criteria would you use to decide whether a game is good or not? You're going to add your answer in the chat. So looking at this, it's the same slides. We've got an answer location for period 5 and an answer location for period 2. And students would then just take a text box and add their answer here. The point of this is to allow students to brainstorm and have other students see the answers. So maybe a game is considered addicting because you're good at it, or because it's fun, or because it's something where you feel like you have an important mission, or it's something you can play with your friends, or it's something that you can do quickly, or it's something where you have to have a lot of skill and it feels good to kind of learn those steps. And then what criteria would you use to decide whether a game is good or not? And it could be a lot of those same things as what makes a game addicting. So again, the thought here is to have everybody kind of just brainstorm some ideas heading into our activity for today. One thing to remember when we are thinking about gaming and what ultimately makes a fun, addicting game is you need to be unique. So if you think maybe in the future you'd like to be a game developer, what is it about your game that's going to make people want to buy it over somebody else's game? And oftentimes that's taking the best parts of other games and combining them in a unique way. So we're innovating on existing games, sometimes instead of inventing completely new games. So with this, we have an activity to do today. This is a practice grade, which is in the 10% category. And generally our 10% category is our completion grades. But I say that with a caveat. I am still looking at the quality of your answers. If you're just putting down meaningless answers, or you're not really giving me any detail, then I may request that you redo the assignment to get the completion grade. So let's look at the assignment and click the activity. I'm going to go ahead and change to a student view so that I can show you what you will be seeing as opposed to what I will be seeing. So I'm going to go back to my module and open up that game. Here it is, Games Critique. So now we're seeing the same thing. For this exercise, you're going to take 2 of these 5 games and you're going to play them each for 5 minutes, and then you're going to answer some questions. So it's the same base questions. And what you're going to do is you're going to click this Load Game Critique in a new window. So you're going to click that. And we need to log into our account to authorize it. Okay, sorry about that. I just pressed pause for a second to check something out. Now going back into, well, I'm not going to go into student view because it's just going to look a little bit different. But anyways, when you open up this assignment, it's going to have a Google form down here, and you can type directly in this screen, and you're going to have a blue submit button right here, or you can click it, open up the game, open up the assignment, type your answers in. It'll auto-populate here anyways, and then when you're done, click submit. And then you'll be able to turn in your work that way. So that really wraps up our lesson for today. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording for today and look forward to having you in class next class. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or come see me during our office hours. And even if you don't have a question, you are absolutely welcome to see me during office hours as well. Thanks.